Just push the button, Carl. What's the worst thing that could be happening? You're right. Objectively, Oracle, how's it going? Man, I'm hoping Uncle Will or somebody stops by, but if they don't, I just got a message. I want to clear the title of this thing up. I just want to let them know what they're doing is kind of silly, but they didn't judge for themselves. So they think they're making me look silly, but I should probably I don't know, my video from yesterday. I don't get a full chance to think when I do get the chance to respond. So it's hard in those situations where you're trying to get your words in because you want to participate in the conversation, but somebody wants to make sure that your brain's going not on that because then they'll take you to the next thing. So I think I got caught up in a few things yesterday that I didn't get to explain. So, like I was saying, objectively Oracle within my video yesterday. Yeah, but we got to learn from our stuff, right? That's the thing. That's why I come out and say, hey, we all got to learn from our circumstances. And this is the thing. I know when you get caught in a frenzy of a circle that they're trying to take your brain and go, so you can't stop them and say, whoa, wait a minute. What you're saying doesn't make sense. So where I want to go with this is, are they still picking on you? Well, I don't really care. It's all been in fun on their end, I guess. Whatever they want to do. But anyways, I mentioned when we were talking yesterday, I mentioned that I have a 55-minute fucking argument with my wife because she called me a chauvinist. Because I said I didn't take the world into consideration. I said for myself, I said I wouldn't be with somebody who was willing to flash their tits all over the place. You know what I mean? That's somebody who is showing off, and that's just not me. And people can be with whoever they want. People can be whoever they want. Just me. So that makes me a chauvinist against women because men are just they can't control themselves, and that's why they look at boobs as sexual objects, and it's just fat. It's just more fat on the women than the men, which is really weird to me because a lot of women get their breasts augmented. They get them transformed, so they look more attractive to men. So when is it women like? Is it that they do arouse men or they don't arouse men? Because why are these women paying, or is it just for their own? I like. Are they unsatisfied with the body that God provided for them, or like that's the thing? That's personal between you. That's no one's business. No one's sharing my business. That's the thing. Like, this is how stupid this world is that we should talk about things and we don't want to. Like, that's stupid. I love my wife with all my heart. But to sit there and tell me that men don't, and then all of a sudden, if they do think that way, they're gonna go out and hurt women because they do show their like. Not all men are fucking raging fucking lunatics who I don't know. What the fuck? I think it's Taylor Swift. I blame fucking Taylor Swift for fucking brainwashing women all across the world. And Taylor's gonna have to go to God with that. You know what I mean? Fuck. Hate to be an idol and an icon here, Taylor, when you could have set a better example. Fuck. It's got my wife thinking she's an oppressed woman and fucking white straight males are the fucking world's fucking enemy. Like, who in the fuck? Like, it's fucking retarded. But hey, a therapist can help. No, no, objectively, Oracle. No, the whole world's fucking stupid. And while I know it fucking makes me sound like an idiot to say therapists are stupid, but they have no clue about human fucking behavior. They need to start study narcissism a little bit better and fucking listening skills. And but then again, sometimes when therapists do catch on, when you're saying at the beginning, they don't fucking listen. Like, what the fuck is going? What is the point of this? And then all of a sudden, you keep participating, and then all of a sudden, the therapist starts hearing the same things over and over again, and starts having a change of mind, and then all of a sudden the other person has to change their mind. They're terrible. We don't need them anymore. Anyways, hey, I don't trust mental health society these days. I don't know. There's no documented proof of violence and suicide on my part. So how in the fuck do I get hospitalized 5 fucking times for that? It's a fucking joke. It's a fucking joke. Don't go thinking you found God or something. You're all fucking mental. They'll have to fucking stop you and fucking pill you the fuck up. Wouldn't want to fucking find out what's going on in the world. Don't say shit like fucking Zelensky's a fucking dirtbag. How dare you, Carl? He's a Jew, you idiot. Oh, oh, thanks, Doc. Thanks for fucking making me the idiot because fucking Zelensky's a Jew, you fucking retard. You fucking even researched anything. But that's the thing. That's the same guy. Objectively, Oracle. This is, and I can prove this. I have the audio recordings. It's pretty bad when you have to record your fucking psychiatrist appointments because you think they're fucking insane and you want to find somebody who you think is sane to fucking listen to them. But hey, this is what this fucking dorkwad did to try and convince me I was in delusions. Gaslight me. This is what I think. So this is the story. This is the lesson that he tried to lay in front of me. Hey Carl, we all think differently. Just because you think the Rocky Mountains exist doesn't mean I have to think the Rocky Mountains exist. Who knows if they exist? And I was like, you're trying to point out that I'm delusional, and no matter what you show me, I'm not going to see your Rocky Mountains. No, you fucking clown. Let's take a trip. And I even say in the video, if we both take a trip to the Rocky Mountains, we should both see the Rocky Mountains and acknowledge that those are the fucking Rocky Mountains, bud. If not, one of us might be in a fucking delusional state, right? You'd have to admit if we were both there and we could both see it and we could both identify it. Because if you're not identifying it as the Rocky Mountains and it says it's the Rocky Mountains and it's the Rocky Mountains in all our picture books and all this stuff, what do you call it if it's not the Rocky Mountains? You see what I mean? It's fucking gaslighting bullshit. It's fucking Freudian bullshit. Captain Midnight, I'm glad you're here, bud. And Tyler, we got a couple dipshits in the house. Let's have a conversation because why don't you boys skedaddle? Hey? Because I think the more you stick around, the more you're going to get hurt. You know what I mean? So I think you're blocking God's plan. You don't want to be help once you go away. Or let me know where I'm wrong with my fucking delusions with the fucking elite pedophiles. Help me out. Show me that Bill Gates is not the guy that I think that he is because I want to think better of him. And God tells me to, but hey, I think Billy needs help. And alone time with Christ is the only way. You know what I mean? But hey, you got to get your karma. You got to get your karma. Now we got OT in here. OT, you guys listen up. excuse me, I watched this video and it was this girl and she's like, all us people who are awake, we're gonna have to be there for the other ones who aren't awake. Because what the government's gonna tell us is it's gonna shatter everything that we ever thought, and that we, the awakened ones here, are gonna be able to console the unawakened and we're I'm just like, what the fuck? I'll tell you why I think that way, because it is. It sounds good, eh? We, the awakened ones, we have to, no. I don't believe that's God's plan, is that the government is like, God's going to use the government to shock the people into fucking chaos and fucking, no. Captain Midnight, I'm part of God's plan. I think I know what it is, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I think he wants to bring some fucking comedy to it. Take a shitty situation and have the people learn that situation on their own by asking for the truth themselves, using their voices, not letting a man be your voice anymore. If you've got concerns, voice them. But humanity has to, it's got its energy all over the place. Has to come together for a purpose and a person and identify a problem. You know what I mean? Could you imagine we could identify a problem that maybe elite pedophiles are a problem, and that, well, hey, Trump thinks he's all big and powerful. We don't have to go after Trump. Like I said, you guys let me know where Bill Gates is not a fucking problem for the world, and I'll let this go. But could you imagine if we all dressed up as superheroes and used comedy to find out what our reality is, instead of fucking boohoo and haha and try and come to Christ and just want to know the truth? Hey guys, that's hard. Well, that's the thing, objectively, Oracle. I had to feed the trolls in order for them to know that they, in turn, were only trolling themselves. I'm well aware of what I've been doing. See, it's hard to gather other people up, right? When I'm consistently screaming, saying, "You paddle protectors, you guys are the idiots," blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Maybe I got to start a new channel. Maybe it'll be Searching Jesus. Nah, nah. Let's go old G school. You know what I mean? Jesus never heard that name, so let's give him his name back. Searching Yeshua. Hey, it's the same thing as Searching Truth. I can have alternate channels. Both the meanings are the same, eh? It's just a name change. It'll still be me. You know what I mean? And I'll still tell the truth, Captain Midnight. Would you guys chase me to another channel just to have your stupid fucking moronic fucking weakness poured onto me? Hey, trying to convince me that I'm delusional because I want a better world, and that, well, the kingdom within me. Well, hey, I see the kingdom within me, and I see the kingdom that could be on the outside too. And that's where it gets difficult, where you have to pick up your cross for Jesus. You know what I mean? Hey, the world's not going to like this. They're not going to like your personality, Carl. Ah, but hey, you guys do your thing. Because I think to myself, like, listen, Captain Midnight, I'll tell you, I've got a love for Jesus like no other. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being around that man and actually learning the lessons straight out of his mouth. There's no way I'm letting him go up on his cross. Now, because I'm a disciple of Jesus Christ, right? I can't use violence. I've probably learned that from him. So I'd probably look at those dipshits and say, hey, you want to hang him too? Got me on your conscience too, and no, thou shalt not kill, motherfuckers. You're taking me with them. And then maybe that would inspire others to people pick up their fucking crosses. And then all of a sudden there's not enough crosses. And there's more people willing to bear crosses than there are fucking retards willing to hold on to Satan. You know what I mean? Even Jesus' most loyal people, they skedaddled. When it really came to it, like really, if I'm being honest, they Captain Midnight, they skedaddled. They were like, "Nope, I don't know who that dude is. Nope. No, no, I gotta go." But they all came to, right? They all came to with that resurrection thing. Could you imagine seeing a dead man? That scared the fucking Jesus right back into you, eh? Captain Midnight. Anyways, back in the day, would you have picked up a cross with Christ or would you just let him go? You know what I mean? Man, sitting there standing up to all the Pharisees saying, "Hey, you guys, you're dragging these people to hell. Why are you doing it? They have more power than you give them. You want them controlled, and while God wants them under him, and they know that anything on the earth belongs to everybody." You know what I mean? Like, but Captain Midnight, let's get on to another subject. Hey, subject X, Joshua 9. Anyways, my grandmother used to want to call me Joshua. I love Jesus. I fucking love Jesus so much. I do this all for God. I do this all for God. Remember, Jesus did not say he was the Father. He said the Father was inside of him, right? He was the seed of God. And well, the seed of God has to come from God. And well, what else did he say was lurking around here? Well, the Holy Spirit, the Holy Ghost is the spirit of truth the same as the Holy Spirit? Because you'd have to be pretty wrapped up in the truth to be in that spirit, right? Hey, Captain Midnight, are you willing to wrap yourself in the spirit of truth? Is the truth your battle protector? But I'm trying to say this in the nicest of ways. Please answer the question. Hey, bud, who is Bill Gates and what does he mean to you? We know Jay Press is probably on the payroll. Hail, Dorkface. Hey, Jay Press. Hey, bud, I'm just here to try and bring a few laughs, change a few minds, and let's not make this as hard as it has to be. You know what I mean? Bill Gates will identify me. And that he's known he's going up Christ Creek and he's going up there without a battle and there's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to hide. Christ Creek. Merch shirt. Bill Gates. Let's hope Bill Gates goes up Christ Creek. If not, he goes with his daddy down Shits Creek. Hey, then we'd have to have some rating on the back for that one, eh? AOT. Who should capitalize off all this merch? Just say I was a chosen one, and these are great merch shirt ideas. Hey, we want to show the world that we're chosen. Hey, everybody's going to want to be chosen, but you're going to have to watch the current ones that say they're chosen. You know what I mean? If they're dancing around and they're not really in it for humanity and they're not pushing to fucking know what the truth is, they're not fucking, they're not giving any efforts that way, but they're really pumping their channels. And those are the ones you want to watch out for and tell them, hey, you guys really are chosen, but you've chosen the wrong way. You're gonna want to be with the truth, and the truth is, you guys dancing away is not fucking helping the world at all. Should we focus on Bill Gates for a bit? Can we do that, Captain Midnight? Could we take our focus off all our bullshit, stop being victims for one day, and point our attention, the whole world, to Bill Gates and just ask simple questions? You know what I mean? Don't be ignorant. Just say, hey, bud, why do you get so spazzy about Epstein? Or hey, why did you not heed Melinda's fucking, like, she tells you, women's intuition can be fucking better than a man's. That's why a man needs to sit down and pay attention to his wife sometimes. Because sometimes a man just don't fucking know everything. And Melinda was 10 steps ahead of Bill. And well, fuck, she said he was an evil monster. And well, can you imagine knowing your husband's out there fucking yucking it up, eating gourmet dinners with fucking old Epper, the Prince of Evil. But what you don't know, Captain Midnight, is well, they kept this pretty low key. We could ask Bill Gates. We could ask him, hey, bud, is it that you had to do these meetings with Epstein because he had the goods that you were cheating on Melinda with the backgammon girl? Hey, they kept that low key. I think that's for when he was out with his big wigs and they're like, hey, bud, what's with the Epstein shit? And he's like, yeah, that dude, I was cheating on my wife. He had the goods on me. You know what I mean? What can I do? Well, if that was the case, he should have came right out right away. You know what I mean? I mean, if that was my only affiliation with Epstein was is that he held, I'd come out. I say I was a little cheater, Melinda. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'd rather be tied to being a cheater than fucking what Epper's got going on there. But yeah, I bet it is. Whatever, Captain Midnight. Whitney, I got Canadian watermelon. It's really good. Well, does it have a peel on it? A peel. Taste the bill. We could ask him about a peel. Why do you want to fuck with organic food now, motherfucker? Hey, buddy! And he say, no, 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 buddy. No, Billy, you invested the money into that company. It might not be yours, but the investment came from you, sweetie pie. And what's with all the farmland? Were you willing to give that up? It looks suspicious, bud. And then you got the fucking you want to dictate all the farming, and then you want to have the lab meat and the fucking insect meat. Like Canadians need to be ashamed of themselves. $10 million of taxpayers for a cricket farm that critically failed and is no longer in existence. And ba, ba, da, ba. Canadian tax dollars taken for another 10 mils. And we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. AOT. You're a flea, OT. I love you, buddy. I love you. You know what? I watched a show earlier about, well, maybe she's Queen Mega. Queen Mega. Queen Mega, she don't care if Don Don grabs him by the pussy. That's not who he is at home. That's not the man we know. She played the role of Hillary Clinton right there. Really good, eh? Yeah, Melania. She don't care. She likes being a princess much more than, well, what the fuck Don Don does on his fucking off time. You know what I mean? Because I was watching this show about some woman who hung out with Melania, and she says that Trump's tried to destroy her life because they tried making it look like she stole $26 million. Stole $26 million. 26 from inauguration fund or something like that. Yeah. But she went on 60 Minutes to claim her innocence. I don't know. Was she ever charged for that or just charged with the fucking blah, 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 so everybody believed, but there was never a court case. I don't know. I'd have to look deeper into it. But hey, would you really want to take that to court if she did have the truth? It'd be better just to hammer her and hammer her and hammer her with your Creek Squad. You know what I mean? Like fucking Donald Trump has his own little Creek Squad. Becca, Becca, Becca. Just like Creek Squad, they don't know what Creek Squad means, but Mega doesn't know what a mega is. It's a high satanic priest, Johnny Cashville. If Donald Trump was a high satanic priest, would you appreciate him as your president? Jesus boy. Ha, 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 ha. Hey, He couldn't name a Bible verse or what it is in the Bible that he liked or any of that shit because that's private. Because that's when you're in the art of the deal and you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, and you lie, 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 deny, 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 and get the fuck out of that conversation, making yourself look good. Oh, my relationship with Jesus is so special. It's privatized. Private time with Jesus and Donald Trump. I don't think that goes hand in hand, sweethearts. Netanyahu can try and tell you guys that he deserves the fucking Nobel Peace Prize, and Carolyn Levitt can shake her pretty little hair all she wants, but I don't buy on to the Prince of Peace. I think he's got deceit. What's in the art of the deal? Read it, Whitney. Did you go to church, Carl? No, I got my experience through God. I did have a little limited church time, but nothing to impregnate my brain with stupidity and ignorance. You know what I mean? Have an open mind. I don't know everything. I'm willing to put Christ on the line because I think Christ is the way and I'm pretty brave. So I'll have those conversations to be proven wrong, but people will want to use the Bible and they'll want to use Paul against me. And I'll use the Bible back against them with Jesus, which the Bible says is the way. So, na, 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 na. You can't be a pussy. You can't be a coward. You got to be able to pick up that fucking cross. You got to be able to be willing to bear it at all costs. And well, just like Pinocchio taught us, if you lie. And what else did we learn from Pinocchio? There's deceitful people out there that will make us lie because the truth might hurt us. But maybe we get our noses back to the original size. I know that's weird coming from a guy with a schnoz like me, but but I don't lie. This is an original nosy. It's not captivated in lies, even though it does like to sniff out lies. My heart gets in the way though of my sniffer because you want to believe people, right? Objectively Oracle, I prove that. I have shared so many people's bullshit, just so much of their bullshit that I should look foolish, but no, I'm not. They're the fools. If I have the receipts for what I say, you know what I mean? But if I don't have the receipts for what I say, then I would look foolish because I'm saying that somebody's an idiot. Like, I shouldn't do that in front of God unless I'm pretty damn sure of it, right? Or I'm damning myself. You don't want to bear false witness. You do not want to do that. That's why I say, hey, I don't want to be called the false prophet. I don't need to be called a prophet anyways. I'm not trying to predict anybody's future. I don't know it. Prophets prophesize the future. But I do. I kind of have in little circumstances where I've read people and said they were fake, and it turns out they would have rather have pretended to have died than to have faced their problems. So that's pretty fake. But I've done a lot of shit like that. But yeah, I'm a little starseed. I don't know. What do people want to hear? They hear chosen and they like it if you give them to them nicely and you tell them that they're chosen and they're special and that everybody's against them and stick with your group, ignore the fucking evil because they're not vibrating, they're negative. They're negative. Don't listen to somebody that'll fucking change your mind in any sort of way, but make sure they bring facts. You know what I mean? Objectively, Oracle. Don't go changing your mind just because a man tells you his mind's above your mind. Try and use facts and shit like that. You know what I mean? Whitney, what's on your shirt? Satan's? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. This is this is why I will have to dance for Bill Gates if he's not. Satan's a bitch. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do you think I could get those as merch shirts? This is mine. This is mine. I made this. I didn't make it. Like I didn't make it, but I created it. It's my creation. So if Bill wants to sue me for calling him Satan's bitch, I, I love it. It's like that dude waiting for Fauci to sue him. We could find out some things in court. I'll give him my reasons, and I never say he's guilty. I don't want to think bad things of Bill. I want to think that he's the humanitarian that he says that he is, and that, well, in the future, humanity will fucking, they will get a huge wealth from fucking Bill's demise, eh? I think it happens either way. It could be that way, Captain Midnight, if you strap on your own little superhero, bud. Don't be like Uncle Will. Stop wanting me to do all the work for you. It's time for you to step up and be a man and be a superhero, bud. But for you know what I mean? And for Jesus, bud. Walk the way of Jesus, not the Aerosmith way, bud. I don't know about Steven Tyler, dude. You know what I mean? Like I think we worship dipshits. I really do. But they say all the right things. They get us, you know what I mean? Marketing 101. They learn how to act. Push their product. What product is MGK cooking? Hey, you think Chosen Boy Upchurch would be able to fucking sniff out? He talks about drinking blood and shit like that. Meanwhile, he loves MGK. He's a blood drinker with Transformer Girl. You know what I mean? The same girl who, well, fuck, I don't know, man. Like, fuck, come on, Captain Midnight. When do we wake up? Hey, Upchurch is just a regular man trapped in fucking Satan brain. We need to help him. You guys really should fucking help him. You know what I mean? Anyways, what else is going on in the world? I get off track. I get comments in here, you know what I mean? But it feels better to feel like you're talking to somebody than just talking to yourself across the screen. But then if you're not, then you're getting focused on what they want, what you want to hear. But I'll never tell you what you want to hear. I'll just use what you have. Like if you have questions, I'll answer them all the time, right? I mean, how dare a chosen one run around saying fucking I'm chosen? How dare you ask me questions? Hey, it's just the making up stories and lies and want me to be a junkie, and and a man who beats his wife and hurts children and sells drugs, a complete junkie. I mean, I don't like. I'm losing. I'm getting lost in your guys' story. I'm starting to doubt my own chosen story. Maybe I was chosen by Satan. Eh? Story you guys are trying to paint, but I did some paintings of a different story. I think, and it's all recorded for the world to see. Even your guys' paintings. You can paint them any way you want, but people always get their own interpretations from paintings, right? Mm. I wake up 4:45 each morning searching truth. How about you? Would you like to ask my wife what time I get up in the mornings there, Chumalunky? Would you? What would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck chuck would? All a woodchuck as much as a woodchuck could if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Hey, buddy! Are you a woodchucker? Hey, you're definitely a chucker. But yeah, buddy, I range from 3 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, usually. And the 6 o'clocks are far less than the 5 o'clocks and the 4 o'clocks. And I don't sleep well, muchachos. Hey, I know there's trouble in your reality that you don't want to face. And I have to face the reality of the real world. And well, I have to know how the children suffer because you don't want to face your reality. And it hurts me and it bugs me and it doesn't allow me to sleep very well. This God thing, I think is real. You know what I mean? And I think the truth should be important in your life. And you guys don't understand what the truth is. You all have been convinced that your truth is what matters. Stand by your truth. Well, a lot of you just make up your fucking truth. And well, you're gonna have to face your truth when you face God. And well, the truth is you just never had the truth. And well, that's because you never really went the Yeshua way. You weren't willing to stand up for what was right. You wanted to stay weak with all your might. You're willing to fight the fuck out of me, eh? Look at how much energy you guys throw towards me. If you would just come together and focus our attention at the bad guys for just a couple minutes. Hey, imagine the damage we could do. Just a little throat shot. Hey, because we can't see the devil's face right now. We can't. But you guys do know after lesson after lesson after lesson that, well, these boys are kind of warlocky, right? I mean, come on. It's got to be some sort of organization working together, you know? Billy writes a pandemic out for us and it happens. And, Klaus does the simulation on how to control the fucking information that we get. And well, lo and behold, the Biden administration, they're causing treason and dictating to Mark Zuckerberg to fuck the world over. And Mark says, okay, I'll fuck the world over. Just don't hurt me. I'll keep my mouth shut for you guys and do whatever it takes and hurt the whole world rather than let the world know that, hey, government's against you. And if they come against me, are you going to stand by me or are you going to stand by your fucking government? No. Mark Zuckerberg ain't got the fucking nuts to do anything like that to fucking help you people because he don't fucking like you. He's better than you. He'll show you how human he is with fucking Theo fucking Vaughn. Hey, I don't buy it. Hey, Theo, how about if you care about what's going on in Palestine, every day you come out and say, thou shalt not kill. Hey, my government, thou shalt not kill. Hey, my government, thou shalt not kill. 2 minutes of your time, all the time. Or you could do a Twitter or a Facebook or something, instead of having this great charade of this one time and then have Joaquin Phoenix come on and say, oh, yes, we as humanity gotta come together. Well, how many fans do you got there, Fuckstein? How many do you got there, Joaquin? Stand up and be a fucking man. Go against your fucking machine, man. You fucking care so much. Hey, stand up against fucking Israel. Tell everybody who stands up with Israel to please, let's all come together and find out what the fucking truth is. Like, what is the fucking truth? What is the need for all this destruction of these fucking human beings? Why do we have to treat them like animals and not fucking feed them, even though you fucking ran them out of your fucking homes? Like, what the fuck do you want from them? Is Netanyahu riding with Satan? I think so. And I'll have to eat it if I'm wrong. But you people just don't fucking care if an evil twatwad is running your country. Because it sure does seem like he's got old Don Don on a fucking leash, doesn't it? You're a big, powerful fucking president playing the role of the tough guy. Rah, rah, rah. Hey, Donald, you're the biggest fucking wimpiest dork in the fucking world. You're a fucking little bully, you little bitch. Because when you have to face God, Don Don, hey, you got to face Don Don. You can't bring your riches. You can't bring your friends. You can't bring your influence. You can't. All you can do is take your apprenticeship and what you did with it, bud. Did you apprentice with God? Did you go through the truth? Or did you take the art of the deal with old Satan? Hey, buddy, you bought a bad deal. Take some alone time in jail, bud. Admit you're a fucking moron. Carry on. Be immortal like you fucking want to, you fucking moron. But you're going to have to earn it the right way. So much so that you convince yourself you'll never sway yourself the other way again. It's the only way out of your situation. And well, like I've told you guys, God has told me Hey, Kevin Martin, whoever's playing the role of Kevin Martin, whoever is Kevin Martin, would like to tell everybody that, well, I'm into little girls. That's this message that he would like to spread to the world. You know what I mean? He wants to turn me into Bill Gates. He's willing to fight me because he thinks he's more powerful than me, eh? Hey, Kevin, what happens if you found out I was way more powerful than Trump will ever fucking be? Hey, buddy, how would you feel about spreading fucking lies like that around? Hey, buddy? Hey? Hey? I'm Kevin Martin, boy. Okay, whatever. Whatever, Captain Midnight. Enjoy your fucking whatever you're doing, bud. What have you been promised, eh, buddy? You're just thriving in your evil, aren't you? I bet you're living the life of luxury, aren't you? No, you're living in the swallows, in your own hollows, with your hurts. And you have to go out on the internet to make Captain Midnight feel alive like a little superhero, spreading his little venomous fucking bullshit all over the place. Don't worry, Captain Midnight. You are as powerful as you think you are, but when that power comes back and bites you in the ass, let me know how powerful you were, bud. Power wower. You're a real Power Ranger, buddy. OT. He's coming in hot on America. I think God is too, if you identify with America and its leadership. I've told you guys, like, hey man, P. Hexath, that guy's a liar. Any man who leaves NDAs like that ain't fucking rocking with the big guy. He can tattoo himself all up, look the role, and well, hey, how about I do the McMahon strut? I got God. No, I'm more humble than that. Come to God. Don't be anything like Vince McMahon. Do not mimic him. Or you might be like OT and get the Great American Dumping by the McMahon. Hey, I bet you like that. Hey, OT, you love your famous people so much that you probably take a humping and a dumping from a lot of them, wouldn't you? Just meet me, love me. Here, show my social media that you love me. Do whatever it is you need to do to me. Brainwash me. Oh, man. Lord Voldemort in the house. I hear Phoenix is new. What's he's doing? I don't know who Phoenix is, but Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort. Lord Voldemort. Is there any help I can give you, Lord Voldemort? Is there anything I can say to convince you to try and get off the alcohol? Hey, bud, is there anything I can do to try and help you? Like, because you got to want the help, right? I can't, like, this is the thing. When Jesus says you got to help people, this is the thing. You help people, you don't enable them. You know what I mean? He says that too. There's going to be separation. You can't, but you help. You know what I mean? Like, hey, if you're hungry and I've got food to feed you, even though you're a big piece of shit, I'm not going to let you starve. And I'll try and help you try and get it so you can get your own food so that you can help somebody in need sometime if they need food. But you can't keep giving yourself to somebody else because then you can never be yourself. Because if they're yourself and you're yourself, then you're already together. You know what I mean? You don't worry about separation. I'm at war, Bubba. I know you're at war, bud, and I'm being sincere. I know it's a fucking hard war. It's not easy. And that's when God comes into play. But I'm telling you, if you fucking just bow the knee to God and instead of saying, "Hey God, give me the power to get through this," say, "Hey God, give me the ultimate power. Let me get through this. Give me the truth." You gotta ask for it in order to get it right. I told you, Lord Voldemort, I would never lie to you, but this is the most bizarre thing in the world. When I have to tell you that, well, it was one of the first times I ever seen a shooting star where I was like, that was a fucking shooting star. That was definitely something. It wasn't a, so I thought, hey, I'm not going to waste this moment. And I asked God for the truth. And I gave myself over to it, but fully, completely. You know what I mean? And I wasn't ignorant to listening to others because I wanted so desperately for others to listen to me and they could let me know where I might be wrong. But instead, they said, "You're wrong. You're delusional. I'm not talking. No, 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 no." But that's what the mental health society teaches families to do, right? Even though you're like, hey, help, don't help them. There's a pill for that. Get them on those and fuck. If they don't, we'll do whatever it takes. We'll take care of them. We'll get them, we'll call them violent, suicidal, or whatever it takes. We'll clear them of this disease, this thing they call God, and wanting the truth and thinking the truth is the most important thing in the world. Because there is no world without the truth. Because the truth came from God, right? The truth came from God. And the lie comes from who? So if we're living in a lie, who are we living with? Even though we think we're really nice and we're really good, but if we're living in that lie, who are we living with? We're protecting pedos and we're willing participants because there's enough information that, well, if you go take a look, like, hey, the WEF is not shy about telling humanity about how they think about it. Noah Harari tells you that you're hackable. He tells you that you're useless. These are his words, not mine. He's got future plans. There'll be enough food for you people. We can make you simulate food. But drugs and video games, you'll love it. It'll be a grand time. You can live in the fucking metaverse full fucking time. And you can live that dream life you wanted to fucking live. You'll be able to fucking do it without using the fucking gifts that God gave you. You'll give it all over to AI and you'll be able to do it. You'll be the champion of whatever you want to be the champion of without ever having to use your body and use experience and struggling and fucking, you know what I mean? It'll just be life's gonna be fucking awesome, man. You'll learn so many lessons there in the metaverse. It'll be fucking great. But will they charge you for the metaverse, right? Hey, how much are people willing to pay for skins these days, eh? Eh? Lord Voldemort, there's people out there that pay for skins. Lots of money for skins to look good in a fucking video game, bud. Oh, good. Do you see how far away this fucking planet is from God? But hey, it's what they want. So they've trained your brains. I'm not trying to be ignorant. Like, but you gotta acknowledge it. I don't know what to do. Like, let me know where I'm wrong, guys. Carl, please call on Interior. Oh, I don't know what you're trying to spell there, bud. Family services and help Carl's grandchild children. Well, that's great that you think that way, Kevin Martin. I want you to take that with God that you want to put fear in me about my grandchild or trying to put it in people's heads that, well, my grandchild is in trouble being around me. Take your bullshit elsewhere, bud, or do something, baby cakes. Leave a digital fucking print on who you are, eh? So when they find out everything's a-okay, and I'm just out here asking questions that people don't like to fucking answer, and they don't, quite frankly, like to hear. Hey, do you think Jesus would hate me? Do you think he would hate that guy that would question him? Or did you think that he was down here saying, "Don't question my authority. I am the Son of God, and if you disobey me, you humanoids, you will be going to a land of destruction." I don't think so. I think Jesus was down with questions. You know what I mean? There's questions and then there's stupidity. You know what I mean? I think he realized, I think he could probably identify authenticity. You know what I mean? A lot of people like to ask questions for the wrong reasons. Hey, but I think Jesus would be able to use both to help the people. You know what I mean? The inauthentic and the authentic. You know what I mean? But hey, your wife, that is. What about my wife, Captain Midnight? We got questions. Well, hey bud, why don't you ask me your question? Why do you want to involve my wife? I freely, in front of you guys, ask any questions. Like, hey, I've said in front of my sons, hey, these guys like to run around on the internet, boys, and say that I fucking touch you guys. Hey, is that fucking true? Because God, that's man of God, and you'll go to hell if you fucking lie. And don't be a pedo protector, boys. What's your answer? And well, they get it. And you guys don't like it. And you keep making up fucking rumors. And rumors will take you to hell. You know what I mean? Questions? You guys got questions, but hey, you don't. Oh, what's going on? I'm not talking to you again. Tell Q number gets answered. Wow, Lord Voldemort. What do you think of Q? Do you think maybe it's an op? Hey, to get you to love fucking Donald Trump? Or do you think God would set us all up and put us in front of a show and that's how we all get saved because there's a show going on that we're just all supposed to sit back and watch? Or do you think God wants us to know our purpose and that we're supposed to stand for ourselves and know that we have the power to overcome and that it's really for us to dictate what happens? You know what I mean? But we all want to rely on everybody else, but hey, God wants you to rely on him because he'll be there for you. But you got to go through his son, Yeshua, the truth, the way, the life, Captain Midnight. But don't waste this opportunity that's been given to you on just continuing to play the charade that you are, bud. Give it up. Find out who you actually are. Then you can be that forever, bud. But who knows? Maybe we go back to heaven and we get bored with everything being great. Maybe that's what this was. Who knows? Or maybe it's a school to get your way to heaven. Hey? And you got to pass the test because if you can't pass the test here, you're going to bring bad things to heaven and bad things can't happen in heaven. You know what I mean? God has a strict policy on nothing but the best. But for some reason, Christianity or religion or whatever's got it so that we just sit back and la di di da, pretend, 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 and say the word Jesus, and it's got power and it's going to save us. And that, well, here we are. Wouldn't that be a fucking, wouldn't that the world meets itself in hell because it got tricked and fooled by the devil? Using Jesus against all the Christians go to hell because the devil managed to use Jesus against them. Somehow they misread the Bible and got some cowardly Jesus out of it, and everything was just going to be okay. Follow the script. Fall for the fucking Antichrist. Hey, let's not fall for any man. But instead, we'll watch brain chips being made, the WEF, you know, fucking Trumper Humper with his fucking digital currency shit now, and fucking them wanting some sort. Hey, would the Upchurch wanting a fucking social credit score? Are you fucking kidding me? Donald, fuck. Your guys' boy Upchurch saying, "Hey guys, wouldn't social credit scores be good so we could fucking control Adam Calhoun and all of his goons? They wouldn't have anything if they misbehaved and didn't act the way that they were supposed to." Oh man, this hurts. I still haven't talked about anything I wanted to. All right, let's get to a couple comments here. You're too lazy to have what I have, Carl. Well, bud, I don't care what you have, bud. You can have all the gold in the world. You can have all the shiny diamonds, and you can't have what I have because I'd rather be with the truth. I'd rather die for the truth than fucking live a lie with all your diamonds and pearls, sweetheart. Oh, man. Oh. Kevin Martin. In Ontario, it is law to report suspected child abuse and neglect. Well, let me know where you think that child abuse and neglect is. Reported to Children's Aid Society if someone is in immediate danger. Call their RCMP. Well, fucking call, dude. I'm telling you. Do her. Take that with you. Make that call and know that you will fucking pay, brother. Unless you're genuinely concerned. Like if you're genuinely concerned and you think that the children in my house are neglected in any sort of way, because well, fuck, I'll show you their bedrooms, I'll show you all their shit. I'll get them like I don't know. I think they eat well. I mean, we're not having fucking gourmet meals over here. You know what I mean? We're not the Trump household over here. There's no caviar being served. And well, quite frankly, I don't have a say in fucking too much. So, the kid enjoys this chemical cereal. But hey, are they going to go through every household and take children away from fucking everybody who has a box of Lucky Charms? Hey, is that what you're talking about? What are you going to do? Kevin, you're hurting yourself, bud. I'm telling you, I'm a child of God, and you're making yourself a victim of your own stupidity. And I'm telling you, when you're a shit turd, you have to turn to Jesus, and it's not going to be a good time. It's really not because you have to learn what you did was wrong and you have to be reborn. So you figure out why you did what you did, and that way you don't do it anymore. And hey, spirituality. I think Jesus was trying to simplify it for people. And well, he came to try and simplify it. And what did they do with Jesus? They fucking complicated the fuck out of it. In fact, they may have turned Jesus into Satan. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I get out of the Bible. I don't read Satan. But when I hear Christians talk about Jesus, I hear Satan. I hear weakness, stupidity, ignorance. And it's they don't know who they're supposed to be, and it's not their fault. Like I said, everybody takes it personally, but who the fuck do you think Jesus wants you to be? The cross bearing guy or the cross wearing guy? Which one is it? I mean, it's just fucking symbol. You don't even need to wear it. It's just a reminder for me. I love you, Jesus. I love the truth. That's all I want. It's for the Father. Because Jesus was saying, Father, Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father, the Father. Everything through the Father. Because without the Father, there is no me. Because there is a me, the Father is in me. and and within you is me. And within you is the Father. Find the power. Find it. Once you get embraced in the spirit, you'll have the three. And you'll move in one. Hey, Captain Midnight. God, it's time to really be a captain. Don't be a fake captain. But you gotta start at the bottom, bud. You know what I mean? Right now, you're deputy did shit. We need to change that, but we can get you to a captain. You know what I mean? But you gotta want to work for it. Just don't want everything to come so fast and fucking like you're getting lost in fucking Kobe. Okay. You're getting lost in Kobe's dreams where he's fucking convinced for some reason in 2 weeks he's gonna fucking I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't nobody's willing to work for anything. They all want to get into that metaverse where life is easy and you don't have to think about any problems and everything's taken care of for you. You know what I mean? AD, stop talking about your kid's private, bud. Well, AD, get out of here, dude. I was trying to sympathize with the story and saying just because something is said, that doesn't mean that's what it's meant. People can say things all the time and different people interpret them in a different way. You know what I mean, bud? But you don't get that. You don't. You're a simpleton, buddy. You're with Satan. Please open your eyes, AD. You're mind controlled and manipulated zombie. George Bush used you and abused you, and you don't care. Dude, if God's real, if God's real, okay, think about this. He doesn't like it when you kill. Now, you can say it's for your protection and all the shit that you want, bud. But if she's based off a lie and a million people die in the country and you participated, you're part of it. If I'm sitting here and you can't show me where I'm wrong, that Georgie Porgy didn't lie to you, Victoria Newland got a fucking promotion out of it. Face your problems, AD. Face your demons, bud. Your government fucking hates you, dude. They hate you. It don't matter if it's Trump or if Bush or it's Clinton or who it is, bud. They don't really give a fuck. Because if any of them did, they were murdered, bud. You know what I mean? There's too much money to be made. There's no money in humanity, but there is. Just it's just a few people don't get all of it. You have to be willing to share to your work. You know what I mean? And they don't want to work for it. They just want to keep buying and building off other people's ideas. That's all they do. They just outweight and outbuy, swallow everything up. But you guys don't care. You don't see it because you got Creek Squad and you got drama and you're satisfied. You got your hate. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Maybe I'll come back later. Would you guys like me to come back later? It's just like, because there's like no good fucking comments in here. None. It's all fucking morons. The ultimate pedal protectors. They're not the people coming in, seeing me scream and then leave. No, these are the guys coming in, making me scream, making me show who they are. So that later on, them thinking me looking like a dipshit isn't me looking like a dipshit. It's them looking like a dipshit. Me offering them help time and 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 time again, and yet they refuse and still continue to be idiots. You've been set up, boys. It was a setup. It's a sabotage. Na, 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 Captain Midnight. I am the Messiah. Or at least I'm willing to be. I might not be, but I'm willing to be. To get you to be. Because guess what, bud? I don't want your love. I don't need your love. The Messiah did not come here for love. Love of the Father. And when I have love of the Father, I have love for you. But that doesn't mean I want to touch you. So don't want to touch me. I just want you to be free in the brain, boys and girls. That's it. That's it, Captain Midnight. I just want you to know who you are, buddy. Just who you are, and you want Donald Trump to tell you. You're a mega Captain Midnight. Fight for me. Fight for me, and our destiny will be, well, trust me, Captain Midnight, it's going to be glorious. It's the art of the deal, Captain Midnight. Weird. You thought man's love was on the table to begin with. No, I never wanted your man love on any table there, buddy. I never wanted your love, Captain Midnight. You're weird. I quite frankly always said I don't want man's love. What I said through the learning process of my spiritual awakening through Christ, my Lord and Savior. The truth, bud. Fuck, I can't. I don't know. I forgot where I was going there and I just went truth, bud. If I just had someone decent to fucking talk to. 5 years looking for a conversation. That's weird, huh? That'd be almost, you'd sound crazy trying to say that to somebody, wouldn't you? If you were to say, hey, I've been really looking for 5 years for a conversation by somebody who is willing to have the public conversation, you know what I mean? I do have a conversation going in the background that I do appreciate, but we do disagree on a lot of things. But I think that person is right and has got a good heart, and that's what matters. They're not purposely trying to hurt me or lead me astray. But I have been telling that person that, hey, this is all for a reason. Everything's for a reason. I don't know. Am I even in charge of what I'm doing? Do I even know what I'm doing? Do we have free will? I don't think that I do most times because if I don't do videos or I don't talk about God or whatever, I get in a bad way. That's not saying that God doesn't let me go on my time and recharge and get with Him and see what I should be doing. You know what I mean? That's, you can't be just running all your energy. Running amok is a fool, Captain Midnight. Even though the devil, he gives you endless energy, doesn't he? He'll let you ride in your stupidity just fucking on a constant, eh, but fuck. I gotta recharge. It ain't easy going against the world, Captain Midnight, but hey, it's much easier for you being of the world, eh, bud?